Bet you never had a dude dressed as a wiener telling you the discs in your bag fucking suck. Guess there's a first for everything. Except bagging a lion. There's no reason you should ever bag a lion. I should probably mention the reason we're all wearing costumes was for the annual Halloween doubles tournament. Per usual, I had no idea of a costume, so right before heading to the course, I had to make a pit stop.
Well, folks, let's go play some fucking disc golf.
Clearly, I'm the hottest dog you've ever seen, along with my partner Jack Skellington. And on my card, you got this fucking stud. Too bad his shorts are too long. And with the wannabe Jesus, you can tell by the shoes. Shout out to everyone who dressed up and competed. Hands down my favorite tournament all year. Even if I had to watch fake-ass disc golf Jesus tossing truths around the course claiming just because it says EMAC in front of it makes it any better. Hate to break it to you, but fuck no. At least he's putting with wizards, which is pretty obvious. Anything else would just be blasphemy. Also, I gotta express some hatred because Mr. Dan over here thinks he's being all sorts of funny dressing up like me and then has the fucking audacity to bag nothing but Trilogy. And no, that one stupid ass Firebird doesn't save you from a bag full of shit. Worse than this putt. Okay, maybe you are the real disc golf Jesus. At least you aren't crazy enough to bag a groove, even for one round. I don't think I could have made an exception. Then again, you're really out here throwing stupid karate chop forehands with, let me guess, a felon? I would make a joke, but I wouldn't want to be disrespectful. Alright, maybe Dan is more like me than I expected.
You really are Jefferson.
Got this part dialed, bro.
To be fair, we are 2 under. Well, make that 3.
What was that? Nothing. Sanctioned, right? Johnny McCray. No.
Fuck. Watch as my boy Jack has me covered. Yeah, not known for the putter, guys. You don't know how bad I want to talk shit about my very own partner putting with their roach? Then again, Jeff is out here nailing everything like it's in his bones. But it gets even worse when homie's favorite disc is the Ballista. Like, come on, someone buy this man a destroyer so I can actually respect when he throws 500 feet. It was at this point Donatello joined the group. You know, the 3rd best Ninja Turtle. I wouldn't have thought any different from a guy who used to be sponsored by Prodigy. We can all agree that shit's scary as fuck. I couldn't even name 3 of their discs. Wouldn't want them to come close to my bag. Who am I kidding? My restraining order wouldn't let that possible. Can't lie. Pretty fucking whack a dude dressed as a straight up wiener is calling your disc shit. Yet, it's more weird that you know I'm right. Don't even try to be like Nate over here and claim that his anvil is satisfying his needs. Even though I know he just doesn't want to let his buddy Dan down for the suggestion. Here's a hint. When you putt like this, Dan is already disgusted. But he can't be too mean for the fact that he putts with maidens. Nothing screams I don't get my dick touched more than that. And I putt with a focus. Like, is it just me, or has anyone ever met someone you liked using that garbage? I mean, personally, I'm still looking. Still way better than chucking mambas as hard as you can. I mean, what's more scary than not flipping over a damn mamba? Who are you, Swiss cheese? I get it. Not everyone can put this kind of mustard on their drives. Yeah, that joke was pretty bad. I apologize for ever speaking. Which is what I'm waiting from all you people still throwing dynamic discs. That should be a fucking crime at this point. New DD disc? The police officer. That way, no matter the trouble you find yourself in, you'll always be one call away from getting the shit kicked out of you. Great change to the next hole, as usually it plays as a fake par 4, which is more scary than anyone throwing the glitch unironically. Nothing more terrifying than someone who's convinced themselves of something not true, yet they will go to all their buddies and tell them this false information, therefore ruining impressionable disc golfers. And yes, I will be blaming the glitch for that, as the propaganda ran deeper than if we were in 1984 on an animal farm run by firefighters burning all the slow understable discs like they're books. Which really should be more of the rocks and buzzes. Sorry, but it's time for all these old heads to admit that times have changed, and no longer do people need to be constrained to these 2 options. At this point, there are more mid-ranges than days Jesus has been playing disc golf in a row. Although, these are the scariest ones to bag. And by that, I mean I'll make fun of you to your face with no remorse if I see any of these discs in your hand. The alpaca? You poor bitch. Throwing the hacks in 2024 is admitting you can't think for yourself. Not as bad as the envy, though. It's just worse after 3 years of shitty throws and you're still rocking it with pride. Like all those still thinking the pig solves their forehand problems. Oh, how dumb those people are. You're just stupid as fuck if you use the river. Wish there was a joke there. It's like when dudes bag a genius thinking it makes them smart. Can't blame them when there's people still out there throwing Daredevil. Do yourself a favor and stop being friends with anyone tossing monarchs. Not sure if those people exist, but stay clear. Shit, you know what's scary? People bagging the crank and not making a masturbating joke. Should be illegal. Kind of like bagging a berg. Okay, back to the round now. After 2 bad drives, Jeff and I had a long look for the birdie. I obviously wasn't making that.
Jeff, I suck.
However, this is why I chose Jack Skellington as my partner.
Jeff, bro. Jeff. Jeff.
Jeff nails the putt as the Jefferson clone in the back catches all the angles of another birdie. Gotta be pretty disheartening watching the person you dressed up as getting all kinds of lucky. Good thing for me, I can act like someone who putts with Roby arrows. Not give a shit. Kinda what happened with this hole. Not really a par 3, really not a par 4, and guess what? It's a hyzer. If you haven't been keeping a counter, start paying attention. I mean, I'll kick you off with another one right here. Nothing worse than throwing hyzer after hyzer after hyzer. Well, besides bagging, Orico, Tomb, Pure, A5, Pixel, Quake, Reactor. Okay, maybe there are worse things. Secured that birdie, and oh, would you look at that, another hyzer. Some say they hate this course, and I often question why, but in this layout, it's not doing itself any favors. We find ourselves in another one of those fake par 4s, as I like to call them. Maybe that's not fair, but in my eyes, you can't have a wide open sub 450 foot hole as a par 3. Sure, you got OB on the other side of the road and this hill that causes trouble, but still don't think it should be, okay, what the fuck was that roll? Never mind, par 4 all day. That was some bullshit. Thankfully, Jeff is good as fuck at putting.
Nice shot.
At this point in the round, the wind fully picked up and every shot was getting more and more touchy. I was the guinea pig off the tee. And, well, this time, I shit the bed worse than a putt on a Prodigy basket. Jeff found himself in deep circle 2, and after running the putt like me after eating dairy, would be just short. Now we would head to the woods for the manufactured holes. Nothing scary about that. Except going back to back without a fucking birdie. You thought a turbo putt was scary? How about 2 pars in a row? At Antioch. That's like suicide out here. Good thing I was able to pull some of my weight, and I'm not talking my dick. Seriously, I'm not. Ask my disappointed girlfriend. But I was able to secure an easy birdie. Followed it up with another spicy hyzer that nestled up right next to the basket, jumping right back on that birdie train. Too bad I can't do something good 3 times in a row. Guess I'd rather show off my ballerina skills. And I'm not misogynistic, so I won't say I threw it like a girl, but I will say I'm a fucking pussy, dude. Shout out Jeff for clutching up and putting us close enough where I could make a putt. Did it even better on the next hole. But who would mess up an easy stock hyzer on the shortest hole on the course? I say conveniently while not showing my drive. But you can see this shitty one on our second to last hole and then watch as we botch the fuck out of these putts. This would be the first time I would look at the scoreboard, which found Team Dos Jefe, which was us, in 3rd place. 1 stroke away from 2 teams who had already finished. Our last hole being 5 would be one of those fake par 4s. Jeff threw his drive lower than he wanted, but as we walked down the fairway, the door was clearly open. This also was the time that my camera died, so that drive wasn't on video, and also my putt wasn't, so we'll just pretend that it was close. Our last hope would come down to Jack Skellington doing his best El Jefe impression.
Yeah! Give me that shit, bro. Give me that shit, dude.
That was the clutchest putt in Berdogi history. Fucking incredible. To take down my favorite tournament of the year, too. I mean, look at that trophy. It's pretty sick. Also, you can't have a costume Halloween doubles event and not do a contest. Here are the finalists.
Masturbating back 2, Jack Skellington.
Hey!
Disc Golf Jesus.
Of course Disc Golf Jesus took it down. You would be crazy to think anything else. Shout out Floppy for running a dope event and El Jefe for being my partner. Those were some of the scariest discs on the market, or just an excuse to make a Halloween video 2 weeks late. But fuck it, when do I care about things on this channel? Okay, enough rambling. If you want more disc golf rants with way too many F words, make sure to subscribe.
Keep rock.
I thought you were gonna reset. I'm sorry, man, but that was a great shot.
I did reset. I don't give a fuck.